Good morning, students. Today again, I will start the principles of management, in which the first principle is principle of discipline. As we know that discipline word indicate the rules and regulations for the organization, but in this principle, Fayol said that only the rules regulations cannot create the discipline in the organization until the management will not fulfill its commitment with the workers. If the management committed with the workers that the salary and wages of the workers will increase, if the workers fulfill any of objective of the organization, that's mean the management has to fulfill the commitment, then only the proper discipline can be maintained in the organization. So overall we can say principle of discipline does not refers to the rules and regulations only, but it also represent the commitment made by the management with the workers. And the positive effects of these principles are smooth functioning. That's mean if the management fulfill all type of commitment, then ultimately the smooth functioning will take place in the organization. The another one is good relation. If the management fulfill the commitment, then ultimately the good relations will develop between the superior and subordinate those are working in the organization. And the last one is helps in achieving organizational goal. So ultimately, if the workers get good salary and wages, if the workers get respect and recognition from the management, then they will perform their efforts in a best possible manner and helps in achieving the organizational goal. So it is all about the principle of discipline. And the another principle is principle of unity of command. As we know that the word is clearly said that unity of command means one superior should be present in the organization for one subordinate. That's mean in this principle, Fayol said that the worker those are working in an organization should receive the order from one boss only. If they receive order from more than one boss, then ultimately lot of confusion and chaos will take place in the organization. That is why he suggested that the workers should receive the order from one boss only in the organization. And the positive effect of this principle is no confusion. So it is a first importance of this principle that if this principle is properly executed in the organization, then no any type of confusion will take place in the organization. All the workers will know about their superior, all the workers will know about their work clearly in the organization. Clear relationship means every superior know that how many workers are working under him, and also the workers know that to whom they will report in the organization. Working, and at the last one is work will be effectively achieved. So if the workers know about the superior and superior also know about their subordinate, then ultimately the workers can achieve all the targets on time. So it is all about the principle of unity of command. And the another principle is principle of unity of direction. Unity of direction is we can say one unit one plan. That's mean one worker should perform one activity in the organization. If the workers perform more than one activity, then ultimately lot of problems may be arises in the organization, and the worker do not get the perfection in performing any of work in the organization in the best possible manner. That is why this principle is given by Henry Fayol, in which he insists the management to give only one activity to one worker to be performed in the organization. If the worker indulge in performing the different activities, different work in the organization, then ultimately no any work will be performed in a best possible manner. That is why this principle has given. And the positive effect of this principle are, the first one is worker become effective. If the workers are performing one work only, then ultimately they get the best possible way to perform the work and complete the work on time. So ultimately they will come under the category of effectiveness. And also the another one is career advancement. And also we can say if the workers are performing the one work only, then they will be specialized. They get the they specialize in performing that particular work. So after a certain period of time, they will also get the promotional opportunities in that field. And the last one is target will achieve. So ultimately if the workers work together with the others, then the organizational goal will be easily achieved. That is why this principle is given by the Henry Fayol, in which he insists that the workers should perform only one work in the organization. And the another principle is principle of equity. Equity means, in this principle Fayol said that there is no any kind of discrimination take place in the organization on the basis of caste, gender, uh, language and place of the workers. If any type of discrimination take place, then ultimately the workers get dissatisfied and they don't want to perform their activities in the best possible manner. So equal treatment should be given to all the workers, those are working in the organization. And the positive effects of these principles are: workers get satisfied. If the workers equally treated in the organization, no any type of discrimination take place, then ultimately the worker gets satisfied in the organization and perform the work in a best possible manner. The next one is target will be achieved. So all type of target will be achieved if the management equally treated the worker in the organization. No any type of confusion will take place. So principle of equity we can also learn through an example, like Ravi and Sita both are working at a similar position in the organization, and the performance of Sita is good as compared of Ravi, but the senior management promoted Ravi on the next position, whereas the performance of the Sita is good, but they stated the reason over there that only the male candidate can handle the responsibilities of a top level. So if this type of discrimination take place, then ultimately the problems may be arises. So no any type of discrimination and cause discrimination take place in the organization. All the workers should be equally treated. And the another principle is principle of order. Order, as the word order is here, we can say under this principle Fayol said that order does not represent the command over here, in which Fayol said that order does not mean command over here, but it represents the orderly arrangement of all the resources available in the organization, in which we can also say that all the resources should be available in the organization and all the resources should have a fixed place in the organization. Then only the target of the organization can be easily achieved. So the positive effect of this principle are: remove unproductive movements. That's mean the worker get all the resources at their working place only, so they cannot go here and there to search the equipments for performing the work. So ultimately the unproductive movement of the workers will be reduced. Optimum utilization of resources. That's mean all the resources those are available in the organization, they will be effectively used, and there is no any kind of wastage of resources will take place. Helps in achieving goal. That's mean the worker those are working in an organization, if they get all the resources at their working place, so ultimately the wastage of resources can be removed. So it is all about the principle of order. The another principle is principle of scalar chain. The scalar chain means transfer of information from one person to another. In this principle, Fayol said that all the people those are working in an organization should get proper information from their superior. Then only they can work effectively and efficiently in the organization. No any type of scheming will take place in the organization while transferring the information from one person to another. That is why this principle has given. But he also suggested that if any type of emergency take place, then only the organization can use this concept that is called gangplank, in which two people of same level can communicate with each other to solve out the problems which take place in the organization. And the positive impact of these principles are smooth flow of information. That's mean all the workers those are working in an organization get proper information from their superior. All aware. That's mean the awareness of the message will ultimately created in the organization. Reduce wastage of time. The workers get, after getting the information from the superior, the workers start working in the organization, so it remove the wastage of time in the organization also. And the another principle is principle of remuneration. Remuneration means salary and wages. Those are salary and wages for the worker those are working in the organization. In this principle, Fayol said that the workers should receive salary and wages as per their experience, qualification, expertise, skills. If the workers get salary according to it, then only they can perform their work in a best possible manner. If the workers are not receiving the salary and wages according to their efforts and experience, then ultimately they get dissatisfied and don't want to perform their activities in a best possible way. That is why this principle has given by Henry Fayol to satisfy the worker those are working in the organization. So the positive impact of these principles are worker get satisfied. So ultimately the worker, those are working in organization, they get satisfied if they receive salary and wages as per their expectations. Full productivity, the worker, those are getting good salary and wages, those are receiving good those are receiving more responsibilities and authority from the superior, then ultimately their productivity level will also increase in the organization. So, and the last one is good relations between superior and subordinate. So we can say if the workers are getting good salary and wages, if they are receiving respect and recognition from the superior, so ultimately the good relations will be developed among the superior and subordinate. So students, these are the some principles of Fayol which we discussed over here, and after that we will discuss about some of the another principles of Fayol and principles of Taylor tomorrow in the next session. So you should go through it from the notes also, and you should prepare the notes of this chapter, and after that we will discuss about some of the situations and case studies related to these principles. So all the best, take care.